am back with another video. So today's video is going to be talking about The Walking Dead World Beyond Season 1. So this is going to be my thought of all 10 episodes as a whole, what I like and dislike and stuff like that. So yeah, overall I give this season 1 because they're just 2 seasons. Season 1 probably like a 7 out of 10. I mean, I could rewatch it. I probably will rewatch it when season 2 comes up. So I mean, there's some points of the season you're probably just skim through because it felt like most of the episodes, my opinion, was filler episodes, and it kind of makes sense how they wrapped it up in episode 10. After watching episode 10, the finale of season 1, it kind of makes sense with the other 9 episodes. They just building it up to this moment with Hope and Iris' character and the whole CMR group. And there's probably a lot of people was like, when they announced this show, they would mention the CMR group. That group is the one who took Rick. And so that probably pretty much hyped up the show for that outset of the whole deal with that. I really enjoyed that point with a lot of Easter egg hints about this group. This group in general is like very mystery, like secretive. They really are compact of their mission. Like, they picked a certain people to help rebuild the future. Their main goal is to rebuild the future. And then they have all the equipment, like they have enough supplies like food and ammunition, other supply, medical. I mean, like, you compare them to like you seen in Fear and then Walking Dead. Of course, they got their ducks in line. I mean, they know what they're doing. Like, they'll take out people because they don't want nobody to know exactly their location is, because I think in general they don't want it to get in wrong people's hands because they could probably take a big advantage of what they have. And I'm believing in general where I've heard it at, so that they have some kind of population. So there's pretty much like hundreds of thousands of people compared to Alexander Hilltop, Oceanside, Sanctuary. Pretty much the Commonwealth that's coming up too. Just imagine all of them combined don't even percent of what they actually have, of amount of people they have. They got like top-notch people to run this community wise. And like the scientist that we've seen throughout, she knows Iris and Hope's dad. And especially in the finale, I think I will probably be doing a prediction for season 2. But I think there's something happened to their dad, because he was questioning of it, and you seem like she was talking to someone. And I think in general, like, I don't know the whole A and B thing, what from Jadis' point of view in Walking Dead, but yeah, they're just spirits, like, I think in general they're trying to find a way to get cured of this world. And I think they'll take everything to do to be protected of it, to build the future. So I really love the whole outset of the CMR group. Now, the character development, I thought it was really interesting. You see in the beginning of the season until the end of the season with Iris, and like her character, she was a people pleaser in the beginning. After it, she's on a mission to do herself, protect the people she cares about. That's the same thing with Hope. I mean, she's a rebel child, and at the end she was protecting who she loves. And it kind of, they build up to Hope's character, like, she was the chosen one, but the reality, I think, the advantage of Hope and Iris's character, like, the bond of it, and they showed it in the finale, of they're more smarter than people think. So, yeah, I mean, that's probably what's going to happen in season 2 with them. Hope in the inner of the group, the CMR group, and Iris is out, and I'm thinking they'll somehow take them down or some way, some form. I mean, their bond has been since day one. So, yeah. And then Hope's character, like, she was the spy of the month, and that was kind of surprising, but there was something off with Hope. I mean, you've seen it in a couple episodes of her going off, meeting Elizabeth, finding out that's her mother. So, yeah. And then there's Elton character. I think out of any of the characters in that, Elton is the one character I think had most character development, because he wanted to explore what the world is because of his mom's book that she was working on. He had so much dream and hope that he's going to find his mom, his sisters, because his mom was pregnant, finish the book, and do this big journey. And yeah, and that, you know, that he was, I think he was scared of the impies. I mean, the teenagers was scared at first. At the end, they handle their shit. They're not the best, but they're getting there. I mean, a lot of people is comparing them to Judith. I mean, they're two different characters. I mean, they're a bunch of people. Judith is in her own way. She born in this, grew in to the right people training her. She knows how to survive if she was on her own. These characters, and I mean, Judith had a doubt. I mean, their age is different. I'm thinking the teenagers like Lydia's character's age. I mean, she had doubt of all the situations she was pulled out. These characters was thrown in. They was in the bubble at this community for a long time till they got out of the bubble, and now they're just learning the ways for that. And I think that's compared difference for the teenagers and Judith and Lydia on The Walking Dead. That I don't think a lot of people don't point of view. At first I was like, I mean, you went to, like, they train you somehow. I think Felix trained them somehow, and Hook too, in case if they was in the situation. But now looking at it now, I mean, they had to adapt their own way because they've been in this bubble for so long. And I mean, you don't know what you do till you're in that situation. You want to live or die. And that's their situation. I mean, Silas's character is very interesting. Felix's character is interesting too. I love their backstory of each of the characters, what they was before the world ended, right during when it happened, and then now. I thought that was cool with the flashbacks with all the characters and stuff. So, yeah, with Hook's character, I was quite interested in like how she was sabotaging it to get Hope alone, and how Hope pretty much saved Iris and Felix. But I think my mind, it's going to be quite interesting to see Hope and Iris on both sides of the wall, how they going to get back as sisters. And I think season 2 is going to be quite very interesting with a lot of actions and stuff. And at the end of it, with Felix reunite with his boyfriend Will, because Will was supposed to go with Iris and Hope's dad, and this new group. And it's quite interesting because if he's not been with their dad that long, what happened? And I'm wondering if Elliot and Postropher, I think the other dude is, that the uncle that got killed, I wonder how they're going to do it, get back to him. Sash is trapped with, got taken by the CMR, and something about the CMR group is very interesting, if I didn't mention it, how they got these points of supplies throughout, and they go get it, and like what they need and all that stuff. I thought that was quite interesting. But overall, it was all set up to eventually get Hope by herself, and it worked. So Hope's journey is going to this mystery place to reunite with her dad. So yeah, I'm quite interested, but with all that said, the season was good. I mean, I think the whole season was just a big build-up with a lot of hints and build-up to all the characters and the plot story for season 2. And yeah, I will be doing a prediction for season 2 and any other updates with relating to season 2 for World Beyond. So yeah, I will try to link my playlist for season 1 if you haven't, guys, watched it. I done like reviews and reactions to World Beyond season 1 if you guys are interested to check it out. I'll try to link it in the description below for you guys to go check out. And yeah, if you guys watch this season, what your guys' thought of the season in the description below. Further, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll check you guys out in my next video.